Today we're going to start your books that we're going to keep your notes in for class. And as you can see in the end, you'll have to do some type of design, or you can do something very simple either way. But today we're just going to be covering our papers with paint. You will need the glaze paints. They're going to be the tall bottles. There should be a Sharpie in the box, and everybody at your table will need a gift card. For papers, you'll have one sheet that's your cover. It's the thicker paper. It's slightly bigger than the other sheets. And then you'll have some type of copy paper. Today I'm using a sheet of music paper, and then I have some extra copies from some classes somebody donated to me. The first thing we'll do is get your name on the papers. I would like them on the bottom. So if you have your name here, go ahead and put with Sharpie your first and last name. It can be kind of big. We can cover this up later. This way, when I lay them out tomorrow for you to pick them up, it'll be easier for us to find your name and who it is. And then put dash whichever class you're in. So I'm going to do 3 right now. Do this for each sheet. So if you have the copy sheets, go ahead and put it on the copy side. This one I'm going to do the white side. The music sheet, I'm going to put it on the music. This one happens to be double-sided. If you accidentally put it on the front, not a big deal. It's just easier to read if it's not covered in paint. And then on your other sheet as well. At the end, you'll have the option to do more than these sheets if you would like, if you have time. Just be sure to put your name on it so that we can find it again. So I should have at least 3 sheets with my name on it. We're going to start with the cover paper. Because the cover is going to be painted front and back, I can do the front, set it aside, do my other 2 sheets, which are going to be only one-sided, come back to this one and paint the other side, and it should be dry. So first off, I'm going to pick 1 or 2 colors to do for my background. So the hard cover sheet, that's going to be the background, that's your actual book. This will not get cut up. If you want to do all the same, like I said, you can. I'm going to do a couple of colors, I think. Think about how the color wheel fits together. So if these colors were together and they mix, you're just going to get like a light blue, and that'll be okay. If you had this one in the orange, because they're complementary colors, they're going to make like a brownish, not quite gray color. So I usually try to pick colors that are neighboring each other on the color wheel. If you're not sure, you can look around the room, and I do have color wheels posted. You could also check with your neighbor. So I'm just going to do maybe like 4 or 5 dots of each color. You can always add more paint, but it's really hard to work if you have extra paint. So I try to just do a little bit, and if I need to add some, I can. I'm going to take the gift card, and I'm going to do a swipe through here. The first swipe with a gift card, the colors will block each other out like this, which is kind of a neat effect. Once you start crossing over, so if you go like this way, they'll kind of start to mix. So it's up to you. If you want to do some stripes, I can show you how to do that too. But we're just going to get a background color going. And as you get, some will end up on your paper over here. Go ahead and pick that up with your gift card and scrape it back on. And if you scrape out any of this paint, it'll dry very quickly so it won't stick to your things and be in your way. I'm going to add just a little bit more over here. Remember, the lighter colors will get absorbed with that darker shade, so you might need more of the light color. But get all of the white covered. That's kind of our goal. That is the goal. If you have a couple of places you just will not cover, you can always take your finger and kind of go like that. That works too. But be sure all the shiny paint is gone. That means it's a thicker layer. We want a really thin layer because we do want this to dry. Theoretically, this part should not take all that long. We're just getting some color down. I have a couple of little spots up here. Just a little bit more there. Sound effects help too. So it looks like I'm pretty well covered up, and I might just take this and kind of wipe it. And I can also clean my gift card off by just kind of wiping it, make sure it's dried off there. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and do the same to these two sheets. And when I'm done, I'm going to flip this over so I can paint the back. And it's up to you if you want this to be the same color or a different color. I usually get a bunch of paint under here, so I just stick with the same color scheme as this. But these two I do want a different color because this will be cut up and put onto my cover to create the design. So I want to choose something different. So you can look at what your neighbors have. If they got too much paint, you want to help them out, you can do that. Or you can do something else. And like we said before, you can use one color, two colors. If you want to try 3, but make sure those 3 go together. So I might do a yellow and maybe a purple with a red.